Hey guys, so today you and I are going to talk about work experience and why somebody would be a junior just because they lack work experience. So let's get into it. So the question in question was literally, Frederick, why is someone a junior just because they lack work experience? And I think this is a good question. It's a fair question. And I'm going to answer you this. Why is someone not a senior right out of school? Why isn't if you, let's say that you're in the army and you do exceptionally well on the physical and you're very good with a gun or something like that, why aren't you a general immediately when you get out of the military, like the basic training? Why isn't a fresh medical student who who has top grades not just going to be the chief of medicine immediately? It's the same principle. Because you lack life experience. You have learned the skills to do something within a profession, but you have never applied it. So you don't have these things embedded. You haven't matured your understanding of the environment that you're going to work in. The tools that you have when you go out of school and the talent that you show is not the thing that dictates if you're a junior or a senior. Some people like to think that that is the main thing. That has to do, like, your ability to solve problems and your ability to apply the things that you've learned through theory or through basic training and things of this nature. These things do absolutely matter. They have to do with how skilled you are, but it has nothing to do with your experience level. You can spend the rest of your life studying and becoming a master of theory, but if you never apply the things that you know in practice, then you will never build up that sensation of confidence in your skill set. You might know things, but you don't actually have this broader picture of how things work. And I mean, those are the differences between a person who has studied something and someone who has actually lived and seen these sorts of things. It's similar, you can think of it as similar to having a martial artist who learns how to fight through reading a book, or someone who actually does it the traditional way, you practice over and over. If you put these two in the room together and they're going to fight, the person with experience will have a vastly superior position to that of the person who's just studied, who just read things, who've never actually honed their skills in real life. All the muscle memory and these, like, our sixth senses, or the sixth sense, like intuition and like being able to read situations and so forth, you get these unspoken, well, that's inclinations. Yeah, I will call it a sixth sense. That's because it's basically experience. All of these things, and being able to read a situation and making good judgment calls on the fly and so forth, all of these things come from experience. And that's the most valuable thing. I mean, that's the thing that you want. You can't achieve that experience without having some type of, like, you need to, I mean, you could, of course, you could build up your skill set by just being completely self-taught, but it's going to take a little bit longer. So the reason why you can't go from junior to senior immediately is not because you're not good at what you do. It's not, I mean, you could be the best programmer in the world when it comes to writing software, but it's extremely unlikely that you're going to be so experienced, that you're going to have this bigger picture mentality and being able to read situations within the problem domain and being able to, manage stakeholders and make the right judgment calls, because you've never actually built the things that you're going to build. And that's something that everybody goes through. So basically, I don't see it, it's not, in my world, it's not possible. You can be a genius, you can absolutely be extremely talented, but you cannot train, you cannot study to get life experience. And that's the thing that a real senior actually has. A real senior developer is someone who has the skills. Skills are important to be like raw coding skills. They have those skills, but they also have this maturity, if you will, a maturity in the way that they do their work. They have a maturity in their mindset regarding the profession, because they have, well, for lack of a better term, they've fucked up so many times, or succeeded hopefully so many times, that they see this pattern and they have seen what the results are of starting a project. When you're a junior, you start something for the first time, you're kind of just figuring things out for the first time on the fly, just like anybody does, right? But a senior who starts the same thing, they've probably done this 100 times, so they kind of already know the shortcuts through, because they don't have to look around as much, because they already have a sixth sense for, all right, I'm going to do things in this way, and it's very likely going to go faster. And that's like, and this is not true just for programmers, this is for absolutely everybody. It's the difference between experience and inexperience. So what I want you to take away from this is that the reason why you can't go and just call yourself a senior, well, you can. I know for a fact that there are people who, like, hilariously enough, call themselves seniors based on basically knowing a platform. I personally I feel that it's deeply embarrassing, but it does happen. Quite a lot of people. I've actually gone to school with people who call themselves seniors after literally after being out like a few months in the workforce. They're a senior of some sort. So I mean, as I've said in previous videos, senior to a lot of people is just this cool term that you throw around that indicates that you're good at what you do. But real seniors, depending on who you're talking to, are the sort of people who are actually they have more than just an understanding of one single platform. They're seniors in every sense of the word. They actually know the industry, they know how to get things done, they can lead a project and so forth. If you take a senior and put them in a management position or a CTO type of position where they're supposed to actually organize work and structure a project and make architectural decisions, they will fail quickly, because they don't have life experience. They don't actually know how to do these sorts of things. They haven't been around. They might be able to write some code, but they can't actually do this sort of thing. And that's the sort of thing that you want a senior to be able to do. Those are the things that actually affect more people than that one individual writing that one story. So when you get that experience, when you've seen enough, it's like taking a mentorship or anything. You need to learn. You start out as a beginner and you learn from looking at other people or interacting with more experienced people, and then you understand, oh, this is the way that they do things, and you start seeing these patterns. That's experience being accumulated, guys. And at some point you become a senior without kind of noticing it. And all of a sudden everybody's asking you for help. They're asking for your opinion and so forth and so forth. And it's going to happen to you just as it happens to everybody else. Have a great day.